takes out a stack like that. He's like, how much are they? Whatever it is, how much? And I'm like, you don't owe me nothing. These are yours. I guess that's son tuyo. He looks at me like, hmm? I'm like, bro, these are yours. You don't gotta pay for them. These are yours. Like, I just want you in my hands. These are yours. He's so confused. And then he smiles, takes out his phone, and he just starts recording me. He's like, oh, what's the name of the brand? What's the name of the brand? I'm like, Polancaps. He was like, oh. And then he just starts saying a bunch of stuff, and boom, he hands me his phone, and he's like, oh, tag yourself. Posted me on his story. My phone blowing up. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of followers, literally, bro, in a day.
Hey guys, welcome to Pushing Wealth. I am your host, Gabby Angel, and I'm here with a dear friend of mine, Randy from Polancaps.
What's good? What's good?
And we're gonna discuss his rise to success in the last few months, going on to a year now, and what is his vision for the future of Polancaps. So Randy, tell me your background, man. You know, where you grew up in, what school you went to, did you go to college?
So I'm 25. I went to school in Buffalo. I went to university at Buffalo. I spent 6 years up there. I'm from Rockland County, New York. That's like upstate, right by the Palisades Mall. Moved up there when I was like 6. Pretty much like I would just work, bro. Like wouldn't really hang out that much. I got a job when I was 14 at a hat store. That was my first ever job. I would do all the stock, everything, bro. Like everything that had to do with that, with hats, I was in there. Got to the point where you could walk into the store, be like, yo, I'm looking for a fit. I don't really know my size, and I would be able to tell you your size. Like I would work there from when I was 14 to 18, and like then I went to college. That was like completely different. 6 hours away from home. I'm a homebody. I spend a lot of time with my family, but out there, I had my 2 cousins. They was out there in Buff already, so I was able to meet a lot of people off rip. Got familiar with everyone, and I don't know, bro. Just started building from there, connections from there. Yeah, that's how it started out.
So
Yeah,
you speak about family, and not many people might know, but the name of your brand comes from your
yeah.
family.
This is just a play on words on my name, Polanco. It just came to mind. I don't know, like it was just like a random thought. I thought it was simple, and then something funny. It was Polancaps, but then it just stuck with it.
Perfect, perfect. So did you get your degree while you were in Buffalo?
Yeah, I graduated last May in communications, like focusing on marketing and stuff like that.
So how was that journey kind of like, okay, I got my degree, now I'm gonna go into entrepreneurship.
Well, like I said, I started working at 14, and I was at a small business. I was at House of Fitted Cabs. It was in the Palisades Mall. And pretty much I saw how a small business was ran, like fully. Like they had 2 stores, but I'm seeing all the stuff they had to do, ordering things, stock, and I'm seeing that part of a store, and that was at a really young age. Then after that, when I went to college, I started working at Champs and got more experience in a different type. So I went from a small business to a big corporation. That's the Foot Locker Corporation with Champs, and that was a different experience. I only would work when I would come home from school, summertime,
So
winter,
you were in
spring
season.
break. Yeah, seasonal. And I would do great. I was so great. So I got that aspect. And then throughout college, then I started working at Columbia University. I was doing, first I was doing like an inventory job. Then I was in an office. It was like a multimedia office.
So
So I got a little bit of every type of job. The cubicle, and that's just not me. Like that, I don't know. Like it was weird. I would work that job every single summer, and it was like every time I would leave and come back, it's like I never left that cubicle. Like it's like I don't know, bro. It's very repetitive, and just from those experiences, I just was like I really don't want to work a 9 to 5. I want to try to do something different. In college I had a clothing brand with my 2 best friends. The brand was called Sugi. We make hoodies and all of that. So I already liked stuff like clothing and things like that. Like, I don't know. There's too much money out here for me to like just settle for a 9 to 5. Like have bigger aspirations and stuff like that.
excellent, excellent. So tell me, how did Polancaps start? Like, tell
So
me the beginning of this journey for you.
so it came about like pretty accidental. I went to go to Michael's, like the arts and crafts store. My girl needed something for her art class. So we went, she was taking forever. So I started roaming the aisles and stuff, and I got to like patches. I'm just looking at all the patches, and I had already seen people not doing the same exact thing, but that's like when people started wearing fitteds more, and like I would see little
There was a
designs.
wave came.
Yeah, like
The wave just came back
I
in the last
started
two
seeing
years.
this is October 2021. This is when I'm doing that, and actually no, October 2020. That's when I like started dibbling dabbling. So I'm in the store, I'm looking at the patches, I'm like this is pretty wavy, bro. I would put this on my hat. So I copped a couple, and that night my girl she had like a little iron, and I just tried it out. I put a couple patches on some hats, posted it, and then everyone was like, "Yo, bro, where you copped that at? Where you got that?" I'm like, "Bro, I made it. Like, it's just like my personal hat. Like, I put the patches on it. Everyone's like, "Yo, bro, where you bought it? Where you bought it?" And I just like, I made it. I made it. So I was like, let me try to make an Instagram. Made the Instagram, and on the first day I got 200 followers. And I was like, damn, I guess I got something going. So I copped a bunch of hats, blank hats, and bunch of patches, and I just started little by little. First, I started with snapbacks to not really deal with people's sizes, and just slowly just kept building it, just trying different things, different patches. Yeah, bro, it really was accidental, and it's crazy how far it's gotten since that.
So tell me, right? At first you were doing blank hats, then you got into team hats.
No, like it always was on team hats, but it would just be without a World Series patch or something. It would just be like a blank Yankee gray bottom hat, or a Mets hat, or Diamondbacks. Like I just was
And then
buying,
you
and
would creatively figure
yeah,
something out for that.
I would get patches that would match the colors. If it was like, say, a navy Yankee hat with a gray bottom, I'll put white patches to bring out the white in the sign. Or if it has red, get little red roses and things like that. Like I just try to really mess with the colors, make it like an art.
That's dope. That's dope. So now tell me what led you, I kind of think it's your background in marketing, right? But what led you to say, okay, you're in New York City, right? You were in Westchester County, New York. You're in New York. And, we're in a pandemic, right? We're all at home at a certain point. There's a bunch of things to do here, a bunch of people to give these hats to. But what made you think, let me tap into the Latin American music industry, especially from where we come from, which is Dominican Republic?
So when I started out, I don't know, I just started out with all the people that I would listen to. But first I started with rappers. That was like my focus, rappers. And it started out great, bro. Like the first person I ever had in my house was Rick Ross. That was like 3 months of me just making hats. I started in October. In January, Rick
The
Ross was
big
in my
boss.
he was in my house, posting it on his Instagram. Like that was huge, and that's like I said, 2 3 months in when starting doing it. Then I got other people like Ji, a bunch of other people. Then it just, I don't know, bro. It all came from just the opportunity. That's it, just like random opportunities that I was given that I just got around those people, and it just ended up working out. Like the first people I was around was Doba Montana, was from the Bronx, Dominican artist. So he's signed to my best friend's older brother's label, Get Crazy Known. So through them, I was able to meet Doba. I'm really cool with Doba's manager, Panda. He's helped me out so much. He was the one letting me know where to go, where to be at. Oh, come here. Oh, these artists are coming in town. You need help with it, getting around them. So I was doing everything with Panda, and I met Doba a couple times. Went to a couple shows. Got cool with him. And then when Alfa came over here to do the music video with him, the Tamaloha video, Panda let me know where to be at. I was there. I had all the hats ready, all different sizes. I had like a whole box of hats. He was like, pull up here in Times Square. So they had told me to go to the stairs, like in the middle of Times Square, the red stairs. So boom, I get there. I'm running around with a cardboard box, like the regular hat box. I'm running around the whole entire Times Square. I'm running around, get there, no one's there. And I'm just there for like 20 minutes, bro, just sitting there with my hats, panicking, like, where are these people at? I'm like, yo, where they at? I'm calling everyone. I'm calling everyone, no one's answering. I'm just like, damn, I missed them. They must not have got here. And then boom, black Bugatti pulls up, mad Suburbans pull up, and boom, an Alfa comes out the car. So like in these type of situations that I get in, I have to have like split second decisions. So boom, Alfa gets there, but I'm not with the people that I'm supposed to meet up with him with. I'm not with Panda. I'm not with none of them. So I have to decide: do I run up to him now and try to give him hands, or do I just wait until later on when I'm supposed to meet him? So boom, there I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna wait till later. I'm gonna wait till I'm with Panda. It will probably be a better situation than me running up to him middle of Times Square to give him some hands. He's not gonna care about it that much. So I just wait. He goes by, whatever, they run around, and then in the Suburban, Santiago Matias is there, and El Cherry is there. So there, I could take my opportunity. They're in the car, and I give El Cherry a hat. Cool, he puts it on right away. He has a bunch of pictures with the Bugatti, like him with the Bugatti, with the hat on. So that's there. Then boom, they leave. No one's answering the phone. I'm like, damn, bro, like, where did they go now? They had sent me another address to go to where they were gonna record the video, and I'm like, but it was in Queens. So I'm like, damn, do I leave now to go to Queens? No one's answering the phone. Is that where they went? I'm there still with the box, and just like now I'm sitting down again, another 20 minutes, like, yo, where they at? I'm checking my IG, and I see that they're all together. I'm like, yo, I just seen these dudes 5 minutes ago. They can't be that far from here. I'm panicking.
They're on the block of the W.
Bro, I'm like, yo, where are they? So I'm just on IG, just trying to look at like where they at. I see someone go on live. They're there on live, and they're in front of a bar. I see the name of the bar. I Google the bar. It was like 2 blocks away. I book it. I'm running with the box. I run like the 3 blocks and get there, and they're all there. And then this, right as I got there, boom, the Bugatti again. Gone. I'm like, nah, son. It
It just was like it was just not meant to be.
Bro, it just was going bad and bad and bad. Then I'm here panicking again, like, damn, they must have, now they're really probably going to Queens. Now they have to be going to the photo shoot. I had parked my car right by 42nd. I just put it there, 40 cash, and I'm like, damn, now I gotta move it already. I'm here just standing in the middle of the block, like, damn, Randy, what are you doing right now? Like, you running around, you trying to get to these people, like, it's just not working out. And I'm just standing there, and as I'm there, a car passes by, and it's one of Doba's mans, one of the dudes that I'm cool with. He's like, yo, bro, monte del carro, get in the whip. It was just like meant to be. Boom, I hop in the whip, we go straight to the video shoot. Get to the video shoot. I'm there throughout the whole video. I pop up in the music video and stuff. And then after that, they're like, oh, we're gonna go back to the Bronx. So then I get back in the car with the kids, go back to the Bronx. The second we got there, we didn't even get out the car. They were like, oh, no, we're gonna go back to Times Square. Meet up at the hotel. But bro, I've been around the whole city the whole day. Started out in Queens.
In a car that's not even yours.
Yeah, I'm in like a car that's not even mine, bro. My car is still on 42nd Street in the parking lot.
It probably got $100 at this
yeah,
point.
But it did not matter, bro. I had to be with them. So and then eventually we go to the hotel, and at the hotel they're all there. All the artists is there. Kiko, Crazy, Santiago is there. A whole bunch of them is there. And then finally I get to be in front of Alfa, and then I show him all the hats, show him the different stuff. He's looking through them. And I'm like, yeah, like I make these, they're all 1 of 1. I'm telling him everything. And then he's like, oh, how much? And then back to what I was saying, like the quick decisions. He was like, oh, ¿a cuánto son ahora? How much are they? They're 100, how much are they? Whatever you need, whatever it costs, I'll buy it. And
just to give a little bit of background, these are the top level people in the industry, in the Dominican Republic music industry, in the Latin music industry. I know we don't have just Latin people watching this, and they also can't afford all this. We're talking about a guy in a Bugatti.
Multiple Bugattis, Lambos. Yeah, he got all of it. He's the #1 artist out of the country, if not the biggest person. So like I said, boom, he takes out a stack like that. He's like, how much are they? Whatever it is, how much? And I'm like, you don't owe me nothing. These are yours. Like, esos son tuyos. He looks at me like, hmm? I'm like, bro, these are yours. You don't gotta pay for them. These are yours. Like, I just want you in my hands. These are yours. He's so confused. And then He smiles, takes out his phone, and he just starts recording me. It's like, oh, what's the name of the brand? What's the name of the brand? I'm like, Polancaps. He was like, oh. And then he just starts saying a bunch of stuff, and boom, he hands me his phone, and he's like, oh, tag yourself. Posted me on his story. My phone blowing up. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of followers, literally, bro, in a day. Like, in just that one day of him putting that one thing on his story, I probably got like 3,000 extra followers just off that. That just shows you like the type of power and fan base those guys got. So and then, boom, that's the first time I meet him. After that, a couple weeks go by, and I'm like, damn, like I keep seeing him in regular hats. He's wearing like a whole bunch of regular hats. I'm like, what happened to like the 15 hats that I gave this man? I'm here. I'm like,
And they look better. Like you don't even care that it's your brand.
no,
Like they look better than
no,
the
they
ones he has
literally
on.
just it just would, and like I'm seeing colors that I gave him and stuff. I'm like, damn, like what happened to the hats? And then, like I said, 3 weeks, probably like 3, 4 weeks after I gave him the hats, I get a call from like one of his boys. He's FaceTiming me at 3 in the morning. I'm like, it's 3 in the morning. Like, I'll just answer him tomorrow. I don't know what he wanted. Boom, he keeps calling me, he keeps texting me, he's blowing up my phone. I'm like, all right, let me answer. I
Did you
answer.
know who it was calling at this point or no?
No, I know who it is. It's one of Alfa's men. Like it's one of his right.
But you had it saved. Like this is.
Yeah,
this
like
person's
I know who it is, but it's 3 in the morning. So like I'm sleeping, but I'm like, all right. He keeps blowing up the phone. Like he's like, yo, answer me, answer me. I answer and it's Alfa. And I was like, oh shit, boom. I turned the light on this, and I'm like, oh, what's up? He's like, I'm so sorry. Like all the hats that you gave me, I put them in the Bugatti, and they shipped it back to Miami. Cause remember we was in New York. He shipped the Bugatti back to Miami, and during that time, he had went on tour in the West Coast. So he didn't have none of the hats because the hats was in the Bugatti. So he FaceTimes me, and he has all my hats out on his countertop. He was like, yo, like, this is the first time I'm actually really looking at these hats. Like, I love them. All these little things you do, the roses, the planets, I need all of it. He was like, you know what? I need 30 hats, all different colors. Literally, all the different colors. I need everything. I need this size, and this size. 30 of them, and he just hangs up the phone. I'm like, damn. I guess I gotta get 30 hats ready. Boom. The next day, I go get all has different colors, different sizes, different teams. So he likes a gap of sizes because sometimes he wears braids, sometimes he has his hair down. So I got everything, and once I finished it, he was like, all right, bet. I sent him pictures, sent him videos, and he was like, all right, bet, what you doing on Monday? I'm like, nothing. He was like, all right, come to DR. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, come to DR. Come bring the hats. And then this is in December. I go to DR, bring him the hats. I got to spend some time with him. We went to like Chai's studio, the studio where he makes literally every single song you've ever heard from him. That's popping, La Mama, all the songs. Makes it in that room. And that was super dope. Like that's when like things just started to flip. It's just like being around a person like that and people seeing it, then everything just like it completely flips. You get all their fans, and it's been different after that. Like he wears it on the music videos. All the other artists see the hats that he wears, and it's like it'd be easy now. Now things get easier. I go when I'm around the artists, I could be like, yeah, I'm the guy who makes all of it Alfa's hats, and they know off rip. Like, they're like, what? You the one that makes those hats? Like everyone sees the hats, they know the hats, so it's like.
So
you just bring it out there.
everything so far has been a snowball effect.
Yeah.
For you, one door opened, then that opened the other door.
Yeah.
Then that opened the other door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, tell me how that also leads you to the next step. I don't know if you want to say it or I could say it where you ended up going again to DR.
So going back to DR the second time. So this was like mid-April. So I had the opportunity. I was talking with Mark B, another artist. He has a store in his studio out there where he sells Supreme. He sells a whole bunch of dope stuff. And I asked him if I could sell my hats in his store. We talked about it, and he's seen my work before. I've met him as well, and he was down. He was like, "Yeah, let's do it, bro." So I already had that aligned, and then
Is that an exclusive deal in the country or just it's like not exclusive where you could sell to other people in the country?
I mean, I could sell to anybody. I could sell my hats anywhere I want. But that was just like I made special hats just to put it in the store, like some crazy one of ones with a lot of bunch of diamonds everywhere. Like literally, like those hats there are super super exclusive. Like they're fire, bro. They're some of the best hats that I've ever made. Like they're some of my favorite work. So I had that in line, and then I got invited to Alfa's album release, and I couldn't say no. Literally, random day. It was like a Wednesday. No, it was like a Tuesday. One of his boys hits me. Alfa's boys hits me up like, oh, he's like, yo, what's up, bro? How you been? I'm like, nothing, man. I haven't seen him in a couple months. So I was like, it was good, bro. How's everything? I'm like, yo, I'm really trying to go out there soon. He was like, what you doing Thursday? Come to the album release. And then a split second decision, like, damn, what do I do? Am I going? Am I not? Like, how do
And
you
you
say
already
no?
in New York, or you were
I'm in
still
New
in
York, bro. I'm
DR?
in my house. I'm just in my crib, bro. Just chilling. I'm just at home. This is a regular day. They're like, yo, come on Thursday for the album release. So every time I have like a decision like that, I usually call my mom, call my dad, just to get their opinion, just to let them know like, hey, and life was like, come to the album release, I'm going, and then I gotta explain, Mom, I gotta do it. This is something that I need to do, cause you're Dominican, bro. You know how it is with our moms. Something like that is one when something is not planned and caught by surprise. You know how that goes.
And they don't understand it
Yeah.
too. They're like,
It's different. It's something completely
and it's
different.
different culture.
This isn't like the normal thing. Like to be like, yeah, mommy, I'm about to go to album release. There's a guy that we listen to for years. Every party, everything. So it's like get past that. I'm like, all right, cop the flight, go over there. Super fire, bro. Like it's a different type of experience. Like in that element, the only people there are his producers, his execs, the label people, his fellow artists, friends, literally like top people. And it was so cool being in that type of environment, networking with a whole bunch of different celebrities, networking with people, just telling them what I do, showing them my work, and that was super fire. I brought him a couple hats like with the name of his album as like a surprise. He loved them. It's been cool, bro. That was fun going to DR. I was able to so obviously I do all my work here in New York, so it's hard to get to those artists. And the way I like to do things, I don't like just to send stuff out. Like I'm not just gonna hit up an artist and just want to send it to them. I actually want to meet them. I want to talk to them, so like that we could get to know each other. I show them my work and stuff like that. It's a different.
It's a relationship.
Yeah, it's like you build a relationship with them, and like they see your work, they see how you are as a person, and that's when they really fuck with you. They don't. It's not even about just what the hats or the
Because
product.
it's different between, yo, reach out to the hat person that does this, or reach
No.
out to Polancaps.
Yeah,
I already know his name now. I spoke to him.
at this point in time, I don't want the hat just to be like, oh yeah, that's the hat that this guy wears. I want it to be like, yeah, Randy makes those hats. You gotta hit up him. Like I wanted to put more face. I want to put a face to the hats itself. You know, everyone's gonna see the hats, but what does it matter? They don't know like where it comes from. You feel me? Like Alfa wears the hats, but if you don't know where it came from or who makes them, it doesn't really matter. They need to know
Or if
who's
it's
making
even
their stuff.
made,
Yeah.
like you're making this is handmade,
Yeah,
right? This is not.
everything is one on one.
Yeah, this is not like a mass production. It's not you
No.
calling, you're
I
ordering
do
this in
I do
China.
everything by myself.
Everything's by yourself.
Everything that I do it in my house, in my crib, in my room. Like every single hat that I've ever made is all me. On my social media, everything is me. No partners, no nothing. Like all by myself. So that's also pretty cool. I like that because I could just do anything I would any idea that comes to mind. I could just apply and it's just trial and error with myself. Like just trying different things, just expanding. If I try something and it don't work out the way that I wanted to, try to do something different the next time than how I do it.
Perfect. So, tell me about these hats I have here, right here. So these are all one of one.
Everything's one on one.
Everything's one on one. So you're not
with the
repeating any hats?
with the one of one, I don't even buy a lot of hats in the same colorway. So this hat with these flowers like this, I probably would buy maybe 3, 4 different in one of each size. And what makes it one-on-one is the patches, the combos of the patches. So let's say this hat with this heart here, this butterfly here, and this heart here.
I'm never gonna find that again.
No, because I wouldn't put that there. If you wanted, let's say you saw this hat, you're like, yo, bro, I need something like this. I would tell you, okay, so you got to put the butterfly here, the heart here, and this here. You know, like I would never do the same
So
hat
people might
twice.
not know that about your brand, that's even a higher thing. It's like a higher pitch. It's like it's not just a customized hat.
You know when you
It's a
buy a
one-on-one.
hat, you know when you buy a hat that nobody got it. No one has those same patches as you. And like I said, I don't even buy a lot of the same colorway. So like this purple and black, I probably would have bought 3 of them, and that's it. Just one of like a couple sizes. But I try to make it one of one in terms of that, and even the colorways as well.
So let me also ask you,
colors.
how hard is it to get these hats? Because I know
It's really
right now hats are the wave, and you know we've seen recently with the hat club, etc. Different that these hats are selling out in minutes. You have some pretty cool colorways that are actually like let's forget that you're doing them even better. You're making it even better. Those hats alone,
just the colorways
people
alone.
want them, and they're reselling.
Just all these different colors.
Like this baby blue,
This
this
yellow
is something
with the
that
baby
people
blue, like-
want anyways,
Yeah.
right? So
I
tell
go
me, you got a plug out here? You're working hard to get these hats,
honestly, bro, I go to a lot of different stores. Like
and you just find them.
I just find them. I just talk to the store, try to figure stuff out, cause has a regular hat with no patches, just with the side patch and a color bottom, that'll run you $65.
And that's without resale.
And that's without
They're not
reselling
reselling.
and people head cracking and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm here trying to buy 50 hats in one shot. So I just go to different places and just
Trying to
grind,
go.
bro, try to negotiate, try to figure it out where it works best for them and it works best for me, where I'm still able to put my own touch and still sell it and
At a
make-
reasonable price, right?
I don't even sell my hats for that much money. All my hats, I've always been 65 to 75. If it's something more specific, for example, this one
I think that's too cheap.
this one I made for a customer. He likes to make he likes when I make hats that go with the movies that him and his girl like. So him and his girl favorite movies. So I made like a Toy Story one for him, and he wanted one with the Smurfs. So I gotta go and I gotta find these Smurf patches. Sometimes they don't. There's not always cheap when it's something so specific. So if it's something like that, maybe the hat be a little more expensive. But I wouldn't even. I charge you what it costs. And, like the patches cost me $20.
So-
I'll be like, hey, I'm getting the patches for it. They cost this much. Like my biggest thing was always having it at the same price as a regular hat that you could go. You could literally go to the store and get a hat for $65 with no patches, no nothing.
So let's be real. It's not just a business for you. It's a passion.
Yeah.
It's a passion because just being business, right? Like a business person, I know anyone would do this and they would want to at least triple
Yeah.
the price. Like, and we know it right now, right?
Yeah.
Just this colorway alone, I'm gonna charge, let's say, a strictly business person, $75 for the colorway alone. Then the customization and my labor, the hat's gonna be up to $125.
Hat Club will
By the
drop
time-
hat colorways and they'll cost whatever $60-$70 when you buy it, and people reselling it for $150 for just the colorway, just
For the hat.
That's
And you're
just
doing
the
the
hat.
customization and labor,
I'm doing the one-on-one.
And you're
like
still
I said,
keeping it at
everything
that
just by
price.
myself. Like
and you're still keeping it at
Yeah.
that price.
yeah,
Is there a specific reason as to why you keep that price?
I want everybody in it. I want anybody to be able to buy it. If you could buy a hat in the store, you're able to buy my hat.
So your goal in this, skill wise, if you was to keep, I know we're gonna speak on the other side, but if you was to keep it just team skill wise, it's just to keep getting a hat at a good price, so you can keep it at that nice
Yeah.
price.
Yeah, I
So you
just
keep it at that steady $65-$75 hat.
yeah. If I do more things to it, if I get to a certain point where I'm getting more things done, maybe the price go up a little bit, but my goal isn't to make money off it. I'm trying to like just completely build the brand itself. Like
And then you worry
I
about the
want it
rest.
everywhere. I want it all over the world. I want to see my hats when I walk down the street. I want to go to a Yankee game and see somebody in a customized Yankee hat that I made. Like that's my goal. My goal isn't to make $50 off every single person. Like I want to do it the right way in terms of that, like actually building the hype of my brand in terms of, like I said, having everybody on in them, wanting them, see them and know what it is. You see my hat on the street, be like, yo, he made that. That's like what I really care about, and not just making like the dollars off the people.
I respect that. I respect that. So now, let's talk about the future for Polancaps, right? I personally know where you're taking it and how you're scaling, but we also have something here that we want to reveal to the public on the next step of Polancaps, the next stage.
So the next step, I made before hats with my logo on it, but I'm coming out with a new collection, which is the Subway Series collection, where I have both a Yankee colorway. So the Yankee colorway is navy with the baby blue underbottom. This is just a sample. Like, this is just so I can see the full quality and everything of it. This is like the next part of it is me like fixing things that I want to fix and for the final product to come in. But this is pretty
Quality
much,
control.
yeah, this is pretty much what it's gonna be. And then we got the matte colorway, the fitted with the royal blue bottom, and I also have the snapback versions of them for the people that don't know their size.
And I'm a witness that I actually touched these hats, and I told them that these hats are actually better quality than the new era hats I have right here.
So I use a softer material, which is more cotton than.
And it's
what
better
these
in
are.
the heat because it's a Subway series, right?
Yes.
We're doing a summer series right here.
This so with the patch on the side, it says the summer is yours, and it says Polancaps 2022, and it's pretty much just literally the message is pretty much what it says, bro. The summer is yours. I want everybody to feel like with everything that is going on in this world and the pandemic and everybody having to just rewind and just go back to regular life, I just feel like I just want to just promote like everyone just having a good summer. Everyone keeps saying that this summer is gonna be like 2016. Like it's the first summer where we're finally like kind of fully done with like all this corona stuff and stuff like that, and people could be outside, try to make something light. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of colorways of this. This is just like the first trial run, but I'm definitely trying to shine more into having my logo out there. Like I was still,
And tell them that you're gonna still be doing the
I'm
customization
gonna still have the customizations on the regular team hats, but this,
and on the Polancaps
yeah.
as well.
So these, I'm gonna drop them as is like that, or if you want it with patches, it would be a higher price. It would be like just added on price to it. If you wanted different patches on it, on the front, the back, just like on the regular ones.
This also makes it easier for you because A, you can give them a better quality.
Yeah.
B, you can keep that price where it's at.
Yeah.
And C, you can also do more with colorways because it's hard to, like you was just saying, sometimes it's hard to find these nice colorways. But now since you have your own brand, you could do whatever colorway you want. Because then once you got the operation going.
Yeah, bro. So like that's also like really why I wanted to. I just really want to have my logo out there. I really love how my logo looks, and
there's details in this. You know, they might not be seeing it, but there's baby blue on the brim, right?
So like,
and then we have baby blue here in the patch, baby blue on the back patch.
This is the one that I did before. You see, like it has the logo on the inside of it, all throughout the inner tape. Like all of these are all gonna have that on it, and these are gonna be cheaper than these hats. These cost 75.
Let's not give it to you. I'm at this point. I think
these
you're just an artist,
more
bro.
Economical.
You're just an artist, man. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. In this industry, what's called what we call entrepreneurship, people want to make as much money as they can.
Yeah.
And you know, I respect them, and I respect you even more because the fact that you're saying you're getting, which obviously if you're selling it for cheaper, you're getting it for cheaper, and you're still gonna go cheaper.
Yeah.
Right. So you know, I see you having your hats in Walmart, bro. At one point,
that
you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because someone said that to me the other day. Like, yo, imagine your hats at Target. That would be mad funny. And I literally was like, I would love to have my hats at Target. That would be a goal. That, you know, like certain people would see something like that as funny. Like, oh, imagine having fitted hats at Walmart. Oh, that's where they sell Shacks or something like that. But Shack makes millions and millions of dollars off those.
Also, you know, to be more fair to the world too, man. Like, you know, some of these kids can't really afford these hats. and making it more affordable.
Not
It's
everybody could
actually
go and
better.
buy a hat in Hat Club or someone off resale for $100 something. Like these hats, I'm gonna have these hats. If you get it with no patches, it's gonna be under $50.
And it's the cool factor. Like you're not gonna get, they're gonna cut their ass. It's a fake hat. It's not. It's pulling caps.
Yeah,
And it's even better because he's making a name for it right now.
bro. Like I said, it's definitely. I'm trying to have the price under $50 for all the fitteds without any patches on it. But if you get patches on it, I'll probably bump it up like probably another 10, 15 just to put patches on it. But that would be your one-on-one version of the Polancaps. Nah, I love this hat though. I can't wait to keep making more colorways. I'm gonna make red, blue, all yellow, all the summer colorways.
So, me just seeing this is just a lot of passion into this, and to me, you're an artist before an entrepreneur. How difficult has it been to sometimes put away, that pocket of artistry and just be an entrepreneur? Because not everyone could do both, right? Not everyone can be a business owner and an artist, and we see it all the time.
Like I said, like I do everything by myself. So like sometimes it gets hard trying to do every single aspect because I have so many different ideas that I want to do, and I gotta learn how to put them into life. Like for example, if I want to put something on my website, I be having so many ideas for a website, but then to sit down and actually input everything by myself is way more difficult than when I just have the ideas. So like those are little bumps in the road that I come by sometimes when I have ideas and I have to execute them myself by myself, but it's also a challenge, and I like the challenge of those things like that sometimes.
If you could speak to a young kid who's seeing this and is being inspired, and I was like, you know what, I actually want to do hats, or I want to get into the creative space and be an entrepreneur at the same time, what would be like 2 tips that you could give them?
2 tips that I would give someone that either want to start their own thing, it don't just have to be hats, it could be clothing, it could be whatever it is. 2 tips is one, don't be afraid to fail, and two, just like whatever idea you have, if you're passionate about it and you love it, run with it. Like I started this brand not knowing if people would like it. I go to a store, like I said, I'll buy 50 hats. I don't know if people are gonna buy those 50 hats, if they're gonna buy the colorways. I put patches together, I put hats together, colorways together. I don't know if someone's gonna buy this. But I like I love my craft so much that I'm gonna put it out there, even not knowing if I'm gonna sell it because I love it, and it's my art, like you said. I'm gonna put the idea together, and I'm it's not like I'm gonna hope someone buys it. I have the faith in my work that it's gonna go. When I cop these hats, I copped 100 something hats. I don't know if 150 people are gonna buy the hats, but I gotta be confident in it, and I gotta believe in the idea that I have and brought it to life. You just gotta run with it. Like that's really hard sometimes though. Like
Well, you got one less hat because I'm keeping this one. Can you tell them where exactly to find you at, man? Personal and
so
business wise.
my personal Instagram is rrpolanco26. If you wanna talk to me about business or anything like that, that is definitely the better page to hit me up on because my other page gets really hectic. And my hat page is Polancaps, which is Polancaps, and that's where I post all the pictures, all the updates, everything, all the content, all the pictures of celebrities, whatever it is, new drops. Yeah,
I thank you, brother. It was a pleasure.
good looking, my boy.